I felt compelled to express this. A lot of what I am publishing is focusing on the more dark or challenging aspects that we are currently confronting. And a lot of it's heavy, very Plutonian, ties very much in with a lot of the things I've talked about recently that are astrologically oriented. Again, very Plutonian. But I want people to realize this. I'm not in a state of depression or darkness personally. I'm often laughing when I'm reviewing this content before I publish it because I think it's funny how all of these challenges that we're facing are so dramatic, over the top kind of stuff. Like you couldn't make this up if you wrote a script. No one would believe it. So there is a part of me that is detached from what's happening. And there's a part of me that really cares. I don't want people to suffer, and I don't want us to go through unnecessary pain. And I'm sure most of you feel the same way. But reality is what it is. And the irony here is that most of what humanity is dealing with is completely unnecessary. Like, we don't have to go through this kind of stuff. And it's mostly because we just deny reality, or we have this fanciful perspective of things. Like average people go about their daily lives not paying attention to what's really going on with the economy and why things are playing out the way that they're playing out and who it actually benefits, without even really questioning fundamental aspects of our reality. So the status quo goes on and on and on. And obviously, the lesson in all of this is for humanity to wake up, take accountability for the way things are, and do something about it, because we have free will. It's just like how we can receive guidance from spirit, but spirit can't make us listen to it or act on it. Same thing. So you and I can see that very clearly, and we can find it incredibly frustrating. Like, it can drive you crazy at times. But until humanity learns this, we're going to continue to go through these kinds of things. So it's all intended to wake us up and to make us more mature when and if we choose to do so. And we can't really control that. We might be able to influence it. That's why I do what I'm doing. And that's why you do what you're doing, I'm sure, too. You want to have a positive effect on the world. That's absolutely amazing, wonderful. I'm getting tons of strong energy here saying that. You care, I care. We're doing the best we can. And that is all we can do. So, like I said, I'm not in a really dark, depressed, and negative state all the time. There's part of me that's infuriated, and there's part of me that's laughing my ass off because humanity is being so stupid. And I recognize what I can and can't do. I'm going to keep doing what I do because I really care. And I don't want us to suffer, like I said. But I also recognize that it's not fully within my control because other people have free will too. And the best we can do is try. Spirit knows what our intentions are. And Spirit knows where our hearts are at. And we can pray and try and educate and elucidate and do the best we can, and that's it. So I applaud you. Like, if you're listening to me now, I assume you're in the same kind of camp I'm in generally, and I think that's amazing. I applaud you. Congratulations for caring. Like, if you're suffering or in angst about this stuff, it's because you care. And that's what matters. I'm not suggesting you should be depressed or or in a really disempowered state. I'm just saying you have to pat yourself on the back for caring. And that's all we can do. The best we can do is all we can do. So don't get the wrong impression. I'm not in a negative state all the time. You'd be surprised, like I said, how much time I spend laughing about this insanity and this ridiculousness that we're seeing unfold in the world these days. As I've said, like, for example, I've said many times, how is it that someone like Putin can even exist? I don't mean as an incarnation, I mean as a figure in the world. Like, how does humanity let someone like that get into the position he's in to have the effects that he has? It's insane. Like, it just shouldn't happen. But it does, because it's part of the collective human consciousness. And what I'm arguing is that's the level that we need to address this on. We need to, and maybe with a little intervention, we can shift the consciousness of the planet. And there are other forces at work too, like the astrology and the shifting age from Pisces to Aquarius. That's all playing a role too. To some extent, some of these shifts are preordained. And another cool thing is the fact that we've incarnated and that we're here now to witness all this. It's kind of like we got a free ticket to Disney World. We got a chance to come here and observe this phenomenal point in human history where all of these major things are going to come to a head. And we get to witness how the drama all plays out. So we have to remember that. Anyway, I just wanted to put it out there. I don't want people thinking I'm in a really negative, depressed state all the time, because I'm not. And I am thrilled and honored to connect with people who are in the same camp as me. Even if it's just a few people, it's incredible. It's a real honor and privilege. And I thank you for that. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for being thought leaders. Thank you for caring. Thank you for being empathic. Thank you for all the things that you do to try and make the world a better place for everyone. And by the way, if you are making yourself a better person, you are making a difference in the world. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise.